And Castro trying to pass out to Aaron Aban. Now Meyerhofer on the run. Yes, and look at that. He gets the basket and the foul off Ali Peak.
Alam mo itong si Meyerhofer, I don't know if the Lasolites teach their player to be like that. Meyerhofer, Cardona, Arania, yun ang mga player na gustong pumapangga muna sa iyo to get momentum and make a shot.
Joseph Yo.
Diba? Yeah, Joseph Yo. Yeah, I mean, maybe all their players are taught that way.
Shot first, landing later. Rico Meyerhofer.
A little bit long, so that's 4 free throws they've missed. They have a 7-point lead, under a minute left. Only 12 points. Castro, a lot of turnovers. Jimmy Alapag sent back into the ball game. Now, let's see if Jimmy Alapag can help break that zone a little bit of the BMEG team.
Dillinger to Peak. Now
Nice
Dillinger
pass.
going for the backdoor play, and there will be a foul. And Rico Meyerhofer and Jared Dillinger getting a little too close for comfort. Well, no harm, no foul. Free throws coming up now for Jared Dillinger. So it's been BMEG all quarter long.
Well, they started, I think, with a little bit more fire. They tried to relax themselves, even though they're down to 1 in the series. But I think Talk and Text tried a little bit too hard. And of course, you went with a good thing that happened to you in the other game. The other team is just not going to sit down and take it. No? That's a bad foul because that's in the penalty situation. Dillinger giving up his first foul and Meyerhofer going back to the free throw line.
Rico Meyerhofer shooting 2.
Plenty of opportunities already for the BMEG Derby Ace Llamados to make this lead bigger. But their free throw woes.
Look at that. They've had 2 of those.
It's been a little shaky. Well, before that, it was 0 for 3 from the charity stripe.
And that's why they have 4 missed free throws in this quarter. They've been getting a lot of free throws, but they've been missing. So this one, again, it bounces out. This one looked a little bit better also.
11 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. BMEG Derby Ace holding on to this 7-point lead unless the Talk and Text Drop on Texters can make one last statement before the end of this quarter. Aban in the face of the D. Put back by Harvey Carey is good. Just before the buzzer.
That was a big break there for Talk and Text. But of course, they'll check that if that happened within the allotted time, no?
Well, it seems pretty clear that that shot was made in regulation. So yes, it will count, and it's going to be a 5-point ball game as we head into the break with BMEG still ahead, 20-15. And yes, clearly, that ball left Harvey Carey's hands in regulation. And so our second quarter all set to unfold right after this break. Keep it here on Solar TV.
20-15 is the score as we open the second quarter of action. You are joining us back here on Solar TV. We are standing by with assistant coach Koy Banal. Coach, 20-15, it's a BMEG type of scoring ball game after 1.
Yeah, we've talked about this since before the start of the series. The goal is just to make the score low, especially at the start of the game. So maybe the tendency is to relax when the players see that the score is low. Now we have to achieve our goal in the first quarter. But, as we all know, the game is good for 4 quarters. We need to sustain the strong start.
Thank you so much for your time and good luck the rest of the way. Let's turn it back over to Vito.
Thank you, Magoo. And Coach Koy Banal probably remembers game number 2 very, very well, where the Talk and Text Drop on Texters came back from, if I'm not mistaken, from a 15-point deficit to keep it close in the end game.
That's right. And the other thing is, if I'm not mistaken, I followed his career a little bit in the past. He's noted to be the defensive coach for this team. Mm-hmm. So sometimes he's the one who scouts a lot on opponents' offensive plays, and then you devise the kind of defensive plan that you want, like the defensive coordinator.
PJ Simon lost that in midair. And it's back to the Talk and Text Drop on Texters. Alapag to Harvey Carey. Carey in heavy traffic. It's short. You're watching game number 4 in this semifinal series between the BMEG Derby Ace Llamados and the Talk and Text Drop on Texters. Vito Lazatin here, along with Dr. J. Andy Hal, Gino Rapino, and Magumar John at courtside. Inside to Aliado, and that's another potential three-point play coming up for BMEG Derby Ace.
A big breakdown again in defense on the part of Talk and Text. If you saw the way they played in game number 4 and the way they're playing now, it's night and day.
You're right.
Or heaven and earth. And, BMEG is certainly capitalizing on better movement, players moving to the basket, and going to the free throw line, 7-point lead. Aliado is a decent free throw shooter, but he also misses. So, 6 na nami-miss nila, no? Laki yan. Later on, like I said,
you're right.
You hope it's not close because maiisip mo yan, bibilangin mo yan.
So lead back up to 7 in favor of the BMEG Derby Ace Llamados. Aban now to carry, looking for Kelly Williams.
You know the explosiveness of a Talking Text. If you can put 30 points between you and them, you'd like to. You don't want to be 8-9 points just ahead because they can make baskets in a jiffy, no? Fouled by Meyerhofer. It's going to be number 2. It's not good. That's not good for them either. They need him on the floor.
14 seconds.
And it's going to be Meyerhofer on Jimmy Alapag. Carry at the low post, back out to Aban. The jumper, no. Loose ball picked up by Roger Yap, ahead to Simon. Simon spins and gets it off the ground. 3 points on the board for PJ Simon.
Talking Text is having a lot of problems with this zone defense that BMEG is putting up. They're going to need somebody that can shoot from the outside. Now this is a good range jump shot there for Curry.
Substitution Ryan Reyes returns for Aaron Armand.
So possession going back to BMEG Derby Ace. Larry Fonacher, who started again in this game, returning here in the second.
Well, they got Fonacher and Reyes back because they can score from the outside. They're shooters. They have to make a couple of baskets before BMEG is. Oh, what a nice steal by Larry Fonacher from behind. Very, very poor turnover on the part of BMEG, and George Gallant is not happy. He will call a timeout just to remind his players.
So an instant contribution by Larry Fonacher, the best player of the game in game number 3. BMEG still holding on with his 7-point lead. Semifinal Sunday coming to you live from the Araneta Coliseum, and with over 400 games, no local commercial interruptions, and available in both HD and SD formats. Enjoy maximum NBA action on NBA Premium TV. Contact your local cable provider to find out how you can subscribe to NBA Premium TV. A look at the sequence earlier. This was a steal off the inbound. Larry Fonacher tapping that. Jimmy Alapag taking advantage.
Well, I was going back to the point that the reason why you got a couple of shooters on the floor is because you want to take BMEG away from that zone. You want them, as a Talk and Text team, you want them to be playing you on a man-to-man basis where you think you have the advantage of the depth, no? So, if you're not going to hit 2 or 3 shots from the outside, they're not going to go away from the zone. That's a good trap that resulted in a turnover on a long pass. That hurts. You came from a turnover. You call the timeout because you don't like, and you come in and you throw in a turnover. That hurts. That's ouch.
Fonacher trying to penetrate. Hands off to Carey.
That's going to be double dribble.
Yep.
When he threw up the ball, it never hit any part of the ring, and he came back with the ball, tried to put it up. No?
Again, the full court press by Talk and Text. Jimmy Alapag trying to pressure Roger Yap here.
The shot clock is down to 15 now, which is exactly what Talk and Text just wanted. They didn't want an interception, but if you give them one, they'll take it. They themselves are in a zone right now. Look at the way they cover the shooters.
PJ Simon, tight spot, jumper. Oh, and this is going to be a foul against Talk and Text. And Coach Chotres is livid.
Yeah, because that's the third foul now on Larry Fonacier, and that is, you might even say, simply a touch foul called against him.
Some lucky breaks in the game coming for BMEC Derby Ace, but still, their problems at the free throw line continue.
They've already missed 8 free throws in this ballgame.
That's another look at the supposed foul on Larry Fonacier. Didn't seem to have any substantial contact there, but nonetheless, the foul sticks on Larry Fonacier. Another split free throws.
Well, like I said, it's number 3 on him, and you call that foul in front of their bench, so they saw what's happening there.
Fonacier trying to blow by his defender, and it's going to be a foul against Roger Yapcock, reaching in.
And he'll be given 2 free throws. Larry coming up with a big smile, because ordinarily that might be also a touch thing that you won't call. And Larry's a pretty good and decent free throw shooter now. Goes as his first point of the game.
Fonacier, 15 points in game number 3. And Roger Yap headed to the bench. Jonas Villanueva, who started in this ball game, coming back. You look at the free throw numbers from the Llamados.
They've missed 9. They've already been given 15 free throws in this ball game. Talking Tex, they were given 4 in the first quarter, and these 2 right now for Larry here. James Yap has come in. You need a 3-point shooter. They're in a zone. Okay, you go to zone. We're sending James.
All he needs is a second to get ready to launch that, and now James Yap with 8 points in the ball game. Villanueva trying to keep up with Jimmy Alapag, but very few guards in the PBA can keep up with a Jimmy Alapag. Still a 7-point lead for the BMEC Derby Ace Llamados. 8 minutes and 38 remaining in the second quarter. Villanueva off the high screen, looking again for James Yap. Double team awaiting James. Kick out pass, Canaleta. Banks another 3.
Second 3-point shot for Canaleta's got 8 in the ball game. Very good ball movement against that zone. You start off, and there's Jimmy trying to answer back. Well challenged by the defense of BMEC. BMEC really playing well here in the first half.
Jimmy Alapag struggling with that long distance shot of his so far in the first half. James Yap, second attempt, he gets fouled.
Alam mo, malaking problema yung talaga ilinagay na nila si if they're gonna play man, Socrates, they're putting James Yap against Jimmy Alapag at the post. And then we'll start from there, whatever happens.
And we got another timeout called as we look back at this shot from James Yap. And now it's a double-digit lead for the BMEC Derby Ace Llamados. First of the ball game. We'll be right back.
This game is all about challenges, and I thrive on being challenged, and Coach knows that. What bigger challenge than guarding the guy who's been, 2-time MVP, one of the league's leading scorers, and I'm the leader, and I'm the captain of this team.
The heart and soul of a franchise, Jimmy Alapag, who understands what's at stake in this series. Talk and Text 2 wins away from an 8th PBA Finals appearance. But the BMEC Derby Ace Llamados with their eyes set on turning this best of 7 into a best of 3.
At the top of the coverage, you ask me, they are known to be a team that shuts down other teams.
Yes.
So why are they different now? When I answered you, it's because the previous coach Ryan, put an emphasis on defense. I think that's the emphasis that BMEC put in here today. It's not the scoring of James Yap or Simon or other guards or Roger Yap. We have to shut down their offense. Now, you have to do a lot of tricks. You play man, you play zone, you realize where their depth is, and then these are the people that you cover. If they go to the post, you sack, and bahala na, and make sure that they don't get a nice kick out. So they have gone to the strength of doing what is right against the other team, the defense.
A nice save there by KG Canaleta.